is going on, my Super Sandwiches? Rhymestyle here, and today we're talking about episode 55 of Dragon Ball Super, and there's a lot to talk about, a lot of lore building, and a lot of lead up to what's going to happen next week in the series. So, first and foremost, let's go ahead and just start from the beginning to kind of break down and summarize what happened, and then we'll jump into the details of discussing basically what happened. Now, at any point, feel free to share your opinions and thoughts and feedback in the comment section below, but without further ado, let me go ahead and jump into episode 55. So, episode 54 last week, well not last week, but 2 weeks ago, because last week they had to skip because of the Olympics. In the last episode, it ended with Zeno, the king of all, the Mr. Everything, the king of the universes, requesting to meet with Goku, which is very, very interesting. But before it starts, they need to first get there, and according to Whis, it would take them 2 days. So it looks like the king of everything lives pretty freaking far away. But luckily, good old Goku is pals with the Kaioshin. So he calls up Supreme Kai to basically instant transmission him over there. Now the first question I have is why doesn't Whis know it's transmission? I mean, if Goku knows it, if the Yardrat knows it, and if Supreme Kai knows it, you would think that you know, freaking Whis, someone who has to like watch after Beerus, would know something as simple as the instant transmission. Although you can admit that, or I guess you can say that the one that Supreme Kai has is a more superior version. It doesn't require locking onto keys similar to what Goku needs to do. In a way, the one that Kaioshin has, Supreme Kai has, is more like an instant teleportation type of thing. But either way, you would think that someone like Whis, who has a huge job of watching after Beerus, would have something like that, but regardless, doesn't really matter. Either way, they get ready to go over to Xenos. But first, a very, very important detail is revealed. And it's funny because this was just revealed in chapter 15 of Dragon Ball Super the other day, or was it 15? Well, the most recent manga chapter, that the Kaioshin and the God of Destruction are a pair. They're set. If one dies, so does the other one. And I guess that's the way they hold balance. And since it's suggested that they take Supreme Kai with them to Xenos, Beerus asks Whis to make sure that Kaioshin or Supreme Kai is okay. Otherwise, he is going to basically die. And that's when they reveal the big secret that they're set. And if one dies, so does the other one. So at any point, if they wanted to kill off Beerus, I guess they can just kill off Supreme Kai, because we do know that he's a lot weaker compared to everybody else. Now, the funny thing is usually when something like this is revealed, it's kind of it's like a foreshadow. They wouldn't reveal this for no reason, unless they're just trying to build lore, which is also possible. But I feel like the way the series has been going, everything that's revealed now is sort of tied into something that happens in the future. If you guys remember in Resurrection F, when Whis was revealed to be able to reverse time, it was obvious that he was going to use that at some point, and he did when Frieza blew up the Earth. So the question is at some point, will the Supreme Kai and Beerus die? Will it lead to a time reversal like that Whis would do, or maybe something that has to do with, you know, Xenos, the king of everything? I don't know. I just feel like that they wouldn't reveal this for no reason. And the question is why was it revealed? And obviously, we can't answer that, unfortunately. We just have to keep watching the series and see what's going to happen, whether it's in this arc or in the future arc. It's a very important detail to know that. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is Zamasu. Oh boy, I have a lot to say about him. So we see him on the Barbarian planet. Barbarian planet. Not the Barbarian, but Barbarian planet. I think that's what it's called. And they're observing the Ningen, the life form, the lower life forms, or I guess the humans, as they call them, basically wreck everything. They're very destructive, and, you know, Gawasu is all about, you know, saying that they got the knowledge of the gods, and now they're basically trying to learn. But whereas Zamasu is all about, well, they're evil. They're literally tearing each other up, and they have been for 1,000 years. They need to go. They need to be destroyed. Like, you need to take evil and just destroy it. That's the way he sees all these lower life forms. But as they're discussing, one of the barbarians shows up, and guess what? Zamasu kills them. Now look. If I was a Kaioshin that's supposed to have this huge important job, you know, of watching over the humanoids in the universe, if my underling was doing what he was doing right now, I would tell him to just leave. Like, you're fired. And the second he killed that barbarian, who could have apparently had a potential, or he was, for all we know in the future, that one he killed could have been the one that changed something, which is a good point. But at the same time, if your underling that's supposed to study to be the next Kaioshin is doing reckless stuff like that, and you know he's clearly evil or has like a really impure side of him, you need to get rid of him. You need to fire him. So if that was me, if I was Gawasu, I would be like, look, homie, you gotta go. You're a good fighter and everything, but you gots to go. Like, it's that you're kind of a problem. But again, this kind of sticks to my theory before. I said that I feel like at some point, what creates black is going to be maybe the expulsion of Zamasu. I mean, they have a similar key, but they're obviously different, and Goku is convinced that Zamasu is not black. And I am too. I don't think Zamasu is black. I think gonna stick to my whole Kami theory. If you guys remember when Kami became Guardian of Earth, he had to basically expel all the evil inside him to be pure, and then that's how he became the god of Earth. At the same time, that created Piccolo, who was a complete embodiment of evil, and you guys already know the story there. So I feel like something like that is going to happen, and it only makes sense. Now, towards the end of the episode, they did show off that, you know, Zamasu, obviously, he's not a complete psychopath, but he has that side of it inside him that's like, look, you gotta control that side, and you can still be a Kaioshin. Again, I would have fired him a long time ago, but clearly, Zamasu isn't completely evil. He just views justice as a completely different way. Whereas Gowasu is all about, you know, there needs to be a balance of good and evil, which is true. Zamasu is all about, like, no, there should be no evil at all. We should take care of it. We're the gods. It's our responsibility to help. And he's not technically a bad guy. I mean, he kind of has a point. But at the same time, he is just a bit more extreme. Like, Gowasu has a great point. Like, you know, you got to let the humans kind of build for themselves. You got to let them kind of develop who they are, their civilizations, that kind of evolve on their own. You can't just be there to have to help them every single time. It's impossible. So they're both right in a way, but Zamasu is more on the crazy, I don't want to be friends with this guy. Actually, no, I do want to be friends with this guy because if he goes crazy, he will probably not try to kill me. So, hey, Zamasu, we cool? We cool, bro? So that's how I feel about that. So what I want to know from you guys is how do you guys feel about the whole situation with Gowasu and Zamasu? Do you think that he should just cut him off and find another apprentice? Or do you think that he has potential to become better at some point in the future? Like, feel free to share down below. Now, this next part is also important. This is going back to the beginning of the episode. Goku was requested to meet with Zenos, or as his new name is, Zenchan. All-chan. So, I'm starting to think, first of all, a very important detail is also revealed. The priest, the guy that looks like a kid version of Whis with a deep voice, is apparently one of the 5 strongest warriors of all time. Of all universes. He's top 5. So, again, now we take Goku and Vegeta, who at the beginning of Dragon Ball Super were like the most powerful beings in the universe. Now they get pushed down by Beerus and Whis, and now Beerus and Whis are pushed down by, you know, Zenos. Well, technically Zenos is not a fighter, but he can technically kill them, so he's stronger. But now we have an actual fighter who is a lot more powerful than Whis, which is crazy. Like, he even said, like, look, he is far stronger than me, and we already know that when it comes to Whis and Goku, it's a pretty big difference. So it's like, if this is Goku, this is Whis, then this means that the other guy's gotta be like up here somewhere. So it shows you like the crazy journey that we saw this Kid Goku go from when he was fighting the Red Ribbon Army to right now where he's the strength of gods, and you think he's so powerful, but in all reality, he's not even like top 10 anymore, damn near. Well, technically he might be top 10, but who knows? Like, the way Toriyama keeps revealing all these characters and everything, I would not be surprised if we get to the end of the Dragon Ball Super series and Goku and Vegeta aren't even top 20 because there's so much more in the universe, which I love. I love that. When Dragon Ball Z ended, I was always afraid that it's like, what will Goku and Vegeta do next? Like, Goku achieved Super Saiyan 3, Vegeta and Goku fused to make Vegeta. They were so powerful at the end of Z, and here we are now in Dragon Ball Super, and it's like, it's kind of comical how underpowered they are compared to, you know, where the series ended off. So I love that. I love that. It leaves a lot of room for improvement in future fights, and just the series can basically go on forever in this situation, which is a pretty awesome thing. So I would love to see what happens if, first of all, I want to see Goku and Whis fight. Between all the people right now, I want to see Goku and Whis fight for real and have like an actual fight between them. And then from there, if somehow one day Goku surpasses Whis, I do want to see him surpass, as well as Vegeta. I want to see both of them surpass this high priest that apparently is top 5 in the universe, which is insane. Now, the actual meeting between Zeno-chan, I'm gonna call him Zeno-chan because I like that name, Zenchan actually. The meeting between Zenchan, which is the king of all, the little universe king, whatever. Zenchan wanted to meet with Goku because he wanted to play with him. Something about Goku made him realize that this guy is just, he's very different, he's unique. I want to be friends with him. And let's be real here, who here does not want to be friends with Goku? Well, probably Vegeta fans, but that's a joke. Now, Goku has this very unique personality. I mean, the thing that, my theory is, when Zenos, or Zenchan, saw Goku the first time at the Universe 6 tournament, he treated him very, very differently. Like, when it comes to Zenchan, you can see that he has a very, I don't want to say disrespect, but he has a very serious way of dealing with people around him. Like, when we saw Supreme Kai talking, he told him to shut up. Or when we saw his own guards step in to try to basically tell Goku to, you know, to chill, and to be more respectful, he even told them, shut up or I'll wipe you out of your existence. Like, he, I guess, is more in a very much business formal relationship with everybody around him. And that's because he's treated that way. But in all reality, Zenchan is just a kid. I mean, he might be like billions of years old. He's obviously, you know, probably aged. He's not obviously a kid, but he has this like kid-like mentality inside him. And I feel like he's just kind of tired of being treated special. So when he first saw Goku and saw that he shook with them and treated him very differently, he's like, you know what? this is different. This is weird. You know what? I want to see more of you, and I think that's what it was that made him want to meet with Goku and be his friend ultimately. Now, here's the funny part. Goku, to get out of the situation, because obviously he wants to go to the future to fight Black, told him he'll come back some other time. He gave him a little cell phone button thing where he clicks it and then Zenos will appear. He told him he'll bring with a friend. The question is, and this is why I want you guys to have really a lot of fun with this question of the video. The question of the day is, who is that friend and why? And I've been trying to think, like, who could Goku possibly bring that will result in not getting the entire universe killed off? And I'm thinking, well, Majin Buu is kind of a kid, but Majin Buu is also kind of dangerous, and he could have his own freak out moment, and that's kind of a disaster. Vegeta would be funny, because when Vegeta was catering to Beerus in the God of Destruction, or the Battle of Gods arc, it was funny, it was hilarious. I would not mind to see Vegeta deal with Zenos, because he's more serious, and he's not like an idiot like Goku is, so he would have to be more about, you know, keeping it more like, yeah, it's like the high intense situation where it's like, if this guy gets pissed off just the slightest, there goes the universe. I mean, with Beerus, there goes the planet, but with this guy, there goes the universe. There's a lot more pressure. So I think seeing Vegeta play with Zeno at some point would be hilarious. Another one I thought about is Jocko, because again, Jocko is this nervous guy who's just basically trying to live his life and just have his own job being a galactic patrolman. He will be hilarious to be as a friend. So what I want you guys to do is basically have a lot of fun with this question. Is who is the friend that Goku is going to bring and why? Leave it down below. Ultimately, my realistic guess is it's probably going to be like a puppy or something, because like, what makes more sense than to bring this kid-like being a puppy? I mean, everybody loves puppies. Like, they're always there for you. They're awesome, and I'm pretty sure that's probably the safest bet, because puppies can't ever really piss you off unless they poop on your toys, which don't poop on the toys. Don't do that. No, but like, I want you guys to have fun with this one. Just comment down below who the friend is, and if you have a serious answer, just say it seriously. I think it's going to be XYZ, and feel free to discuss there. Now, the finale of this episode, this is where it gets interesting. They're already ready to go to the future, and they do. They go to the future, and when they arrive there, number one, they see that Mai's gone, so somebody moved her. Two, Goku obviously looks like Black, so the first thing that happens is the resistance pops up and tries to shoot him, which I'm pretty sure next episode is going to turn out to be Mai, and she's fine. I knew it! Did I not tell you that Mai was still alive? I freaking knew it. There's no way that they would kill Mai off that fast, so I'm glad that she's still around. Which obviously we'll find out next episode. But the real bread and butter for next week is we see Super Saiyan Rose for the first time officially. Now, off of my first impressions, it does look like God Ki, because it has the same aura. It's just obviously pinkish, purplish, rose-ish, I don't know. And obviously Black has achieved that ability. Now the question is how the hell did this man achieve Super Saiyan God, if that is Super Saiyan God? Or it might just be Super Saiyan Rose. For all we know, it's that. But the aura looks too much similar to the Super Saiyan God aura. And if you have your own theory about that, feel free to share down below. But my theory is, if Black indeed is some kind of descendant or related to a god in any way, for all we know, since he's a genius, obviously he fought Goku once and already instilled his fight style inside him. For all we know, after experiencing the fight with Goku, he figured out his own way how to use his own God Ki, divine abilities, to mix it in with himself and create Super Saiyan God Rose, or Super Saiyan Rose. I don't want to say Super Saiyan God Rose is the real thing. I'm just completely speculating at this point, because obviously a 30-second preview can only tell us so much. But based off the aura look, because we saw Super Saiyan. We saw Super Saiyan many times, and the aura was a lot different. But when it comes down to the God aura, which we both saw in Super Saiyan God with the red hair and the blue hair, it was more thick and kind of like, I don't know, powerful. And that's exactly what this aura looked like. It would just happen to be purple/pink. So I think what it is since Black obviously has some kind of relation to the gods, he has access to God Ki, somehow got God Ki in control, and since he's a genius, he happened to master Super Saiyan God right away. So that's my own theory right there, but obviously I don't know what's going to happen until I watch next week, so feel free to share your best theories down below as to what happened with Black and how much more powerful he has become now. Obviously, he has to be on the same level as Goku and Vegeta, because if he's not, it will be a very one-sided fight and will not be very enjoyable. So I'm hoping that he's extremely powerful to the point where it's going to be probably one of the best fights yet. And fingers crossed that it is, because if it's not, it's going to be disappointing. But obviously, with as powerful as Goku and Vegeta become, this has to be the point where the series gets a threatening feel again. Because you guys remember last week, or last time I reviewed these episodes, I said that the Trunks arc started off very threatening, like it had a feel of threatening atmosphere, and then just stopped. Because the second Goku fought Black, it's like, oh, he's not even that same strength as him. Goku's 1,000 times stronger than Black. It felt so like there was a lack of a threat, but now that he has his ability, Super Saiyan Rose, and if it indeed is a God transformation, then there's a threat feel again, and that's what I want to see happen next week. So feel free to share down below your best thoughts and speculations, but for now, we shall wait until next Saturday/Sunday. Yeah. Anyways, the episode was great overall. I had a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Feel free to discuss anything else that I missed out on, because I'm pretty sure I haven't missed out a bunch of stuff, just down below. And of course, if you're hyped for Dragon Ball Super, make sure you punch that like button right in the face, and we shall keep this hype train going. So I'll see you guys next week, and hopefully we get an actual fight. I hope next week is not one of those situations where right before Black shows up, the episode ends. I want an actual fight next week, and we'll see what happens once the episode airs. So yeah. As always, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the day. My name is Rhymestyle, and I'll see all y'all Super Sandwiches in the comment section below. Peace.